fucking cold, man. It's like that weird temperature when it's not. Lukewarm, is that the one? Fucking like baby bath water. Fuck it. 104. Right, so up top, if you want the full length of this video, sign up to my Patreon. It's more news, it's fun, yeah, it's better than this. So yeah, if you want it, go get it. But anyway, what happened? Man, this week's been fucked. We lost Jamal Edwards. If you don't know who Jamal Edwards is, he was the guy behind SBTV. He helped pave the way for so many fucking British artists, some of which have gone on to do amazing things. I'm not gonna lie, he was an inspiration and a pioneer, and my thoughts go out to his loved one. In fact, we lost a few legends this week. Ivan Reitman, you know Ivan Reitman? He fucking created Ghostbusters and pretty much every decent film in the fucking 80s. Stripes, Twins, Kindergarten Cop, Beethoven, Space Jam. Not the second Space Jam. The second Space Jam was fucking dog shit. Oh, he did do the second Space Jam. Anyway, you know what I mean. And we also lost Mark Lanigan. And a lot of you won't know who he is, but he was the old-time friend of Kurt Cobain, and he was in Queens of the Stone Age, but he was mainly known for being a frontman of Screaming Tree. Again, my thoughts go out to all of their loved ones. Rest in peace. Moving on. So what else happened? This week was February 22nd, meaning that the date on Tuesday read as 22/02/2022. Is that it? It's a palindrome? Is that palindrome? And an anagram, yeah? Anagram? Ambigram. So it's the same backwards as it is forwards. People are calling it Tuesday, and this occurrence won't happen again in our lifetime. Like never. And it is cool and all that, I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? I had to mute half the people on social media. Because if I'm honest, people talking about universe, stars alignment, zodiac, retrograde, Mercury bollocks, it's, you know, not for me. Gets on my fucking tits. I mean, you know what? Believe what you want. It's fucking harmless, innit? I sometimes like to think that Father Christmas is real. It's a bit of fun, innit? If you make a wish on 22/02/2022, then good for you. Just make sure it's for something good, innit? Not like a Mars bar or something like proper. But most importantly, make sure that you work for that thing that you wish for. Otherwise, it won't come true. Yes, I know that's not how wishes work, but this new generation are mad as fuck. They wish for good things, work a 40-hour week, then take the money out of their bank account, go and buy a fucking dress and think they fucking manifested it. I'm telling you, they are fucking nuts. But anyway, moving on. Big Jet TV. Are we going to talk about Big Jet TV being one of the most watched things in the UK this week? Not really. But it is absolutely mad the fact that over 5 million viewers streamed aircrafts landing during Storm Eunice this week. That's more than GB News. You know, GB News. Fucking gammon bullshit news. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't that hard for it to beat GB News, because GB News gets like, what, 12 views a day? Where's the fucking lie? Who watches that shit? But anyway, well done to Big Jet TV. I hope it wins a fucking BAFTA. Moving on. But about Storm Eunice. That was a bit fucking windy, innit? It looked fucking mad. But anyway, that wasn't the end of the bad weather, was it? Because shortly after there was Storm Franklin. Storm Franklin, they're gonna be fucking running out of names soon, right? In fact, who even comes up with these fucking names? Do they just see a storm coming and get their interns to pass in the big fucking book of baby names and scroll through the pages and randomly put their finger on one, or what? Anyway, Storm Franklin caused flooding across various areas of the UK. And people's homes, in a nutshell, got fucked. The town of Shrewsbury, in particular, faced its 17th flood in 25 years. 17 floods in 25 years. Imagine if you've lived in the same house for like fucking 30 years. And as winter approaches every year, you're worried about your house getting fucked up. That's fucking mad. Imagine begging your PM or asking your government to help you for 25 years for them to do absolutely fuck all. That is fucked up. And I'll be honest, like, yeah, flooding is bad. But when you think about it and think about exactly what is in the water that is coming into people's homes, thousands of homes, it gets worse. Because you know all that shit, that actual human shit that our leading government have refused to stop dumping into our rivers and lakes and bodies of water, that's what it is. So not only has your government not done anything to help you and your home for 25 years, they've also been very lax when it comes to tackling the climate crisis. And on top of that, they are allowing companies to dump shit, actual human shit, in the water, which inevitably ends up in your home. I've got no fucking words for that. That is fucking crazy. It's fucking disgusting. Will the government do anything now? It's been 25 years for fucking Shrewsbury, and they've done fuck all. So I doubt they'll do anything now. Moving on. What else? Oh, fuck me. Yeah, the Queen got COVID. So yeah, the Queen got COVID. And like, was it planned? You know what I mean? Like, fucking, she obviously got it from Prince Charles and Camilla, and they've just basically soft launched Prince Charles and Camilla becoming the king and queen of fucking England, right? The Queen said that Camilla could be queen consort just a few weeks ago, and then Prince Charles and Camilla have gone ahead with all their fucking appointments, meeting Tom, Dick and Harry and whoever else, and then the Queen's got COVID. Now look, I'm obviously joking. I'm not saying that fucking Prince Charles would actively go out and fucking get COVID to see his mum away, do you know what I mean? Imagine him, he's just like, fuck me. Oh yes, Camilla, my mother says you could be the queen. There's all of these appointments here, and restrictions have been lifted, so let's go and meet as many people as possible, and then go and see Mumsy. Jokes aside, that didn't fucking happen. I mean, maybe it did, who fucking knows? I'm not out here accusing the royal family of seeing anybody off. What about Princess Diana? But I am saying that Boris Johnson has lifted restrictions fucking ages ago. In fact, he lifted the last of them this week. And with that, COVID cases have risen. So it's no surprise that the Queen's got COVID. In fact, with restrictions fully lifted now, we can expect more vulnerable people to get COVID. And we can expect more vulnerable people to die. And you know what makes it worse? Is that as of April, testing is no longer going to be free. So COVID will not only spread, but we won't even be able to see how much it's spreading. Because we won't have data from all of the tests. Case figures are going to go down because testing goes down. And that's how it works. Herd immunity, anyone? Let's be fucking clear here. Our government never wanted furlough. They never wanted to pay people. They never wanted to look after us as a nation. They always wanted herd immunity. But the pressures from outside of the UK meant they couldn't do it. But now they've got exactly what they wanted. They're telling people to not isolate, and they're not giving people the fucking sick pay. Boris Johnson has said we should do what the Germans do when they get sick. But the thing is, when German people get sick, they get statutory sick pay. And in the UK, statutory sick pay is a fucking myth. It's bullshit. Moving on. So yeah, unless you've been living under a rock, and if you have been living under a rock, I fucking envy you. It happened. Russia has invaded Ukraine. This comes after months of tension. And months of Vladimir Putin straight up fucking denying he was going to invade. Again and again and again. Saying it was a fucking military exercise. And you know what I think? And I could be fucking wrong, and I probably fucking am. But Vladimir Putin said he wasn't going to invade Ukraine, right? He swore by it. But then America and other parts of Europe and UK all came out and was like, you're going to invade Ukraine, we know you are. Personally, I would have just fucking left him. I'd have just fucking left him. He says he's not going to invade Ukraine, then fucking leave him. He says he's not going to do it. Because then if he does, fuck him up! Now, as I said, I could be wrong, because he probably did plan to invade Ukraine anyway. But what he's done, in my opinion, is he's taken all of the reactions from America and other parts of Europe and the UK and whatever, not so much the UK, because the UK have done fuck all, and he's utilised that to be like, oh, I'm the victim. I'm the victim here. That's what he's done. And now he's using all of this confrontation situation as an excuse to carry about his business. So as I said, I'd have fucking left him. He says he's not going to invade, fucking leave him. Don't waste your time. And then he's got no excuse when it comes to crunch, and he's like, straight up fucking lied. Because then everyone can be like, look, we took your fucking word for it, and you fucking lied. Do you know what I mean? We did nothing. You fucked up. Which is pretty rich coming from the West, who are constantly selling weapons to hostile forces elsewhere in the world. But anyway. But yeah, that's just my opinion, and I don't know the whole ins and outs of the whole fucking thing, because I just fucking don't. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a fucking journalist. I'm not a fucking expert. But I do know that the West are shit-stirring bastards. So is Putin, really. And if it was up to me, wars wouldn't be fought with weapons and armies. They'd be fought in a grimy lower level of a car park, by our leaders alone. Bare knuckles. Surrounded by supporters in their flag-shaking cabinet office. But yeah, anyway. It seems like this war is happening. Capitalism needed a war. Our Tory government and Boris Johnson fucking needed a war. Did I say war? I meant distraction. And Putin fucking gave us one. And let's be honest, Vladimir Putin has chosen this moment in time because, in a nutshell, he has been working on this for fucking years. And as I said, I don't know the entire ins and outs. Like anything, it's complicated. But here's my take. Vladimir Putin is a mad person. He's fucking mad. He's a mad dictator. He loves power so much that in 2021, Putin changed the rule. He changed the constitution and passed laws that he created so that he could remain in power until 2036. So now that we've made that clear, let me make one other thing clear. As I said, again, I do not claim to know everything about it. But fuck me, there's a lot of people on social media this week that think they know fucking something. They really think they're fucking doing something, don't they? Playing fucking devil's advocate. The devil's got enough fucking advocates. There are innocent people dying because of the decision that Putin has made. Putin's own people have been saying that he's mad and he's paranoid and he's been shutting people out of making decisions and advising him. He's fucking crazy. He's a crazy guy. So anybody that's out there saying, oh, there's two sides to every story or any of that fucking bollocks, let it be fucking known that you are not supporting the people of Russia. You're supporting Putin. You're in Putin and Donald Trump's little fucking scout club. That's where you are, and that's where you sit on the opinions of most of us. But anyway, where was I? Over the years, Russia has become notorious for corruption on a huge scale. Free speech is pretty much non-existent in Russia. Military aggression is rife. Putin basically kills or disables any form of opposition. For example, Alexei Navalny, who, if you remember correctly, was poisoned with a nerve agent at a fucking airport simply for being an opposition, for standing against Putin. That's fucking villain shit. But that's not all. Over the years, Russia have been at the center of some mad fucking stories when it comes to democracy. Interference into the 2016 American election. Interference in the UK's referendum. And I say interference because how else do you explain the Russia report? What was it they said? I'm going to have to use the same clip that I used last week.
There has been no assessment of Russian interference in the EU referendum, and this goes back to nobody wanting to touch this issue with a 10-foot pole.
And don't forget, this came after our Prime Minister misled us about the whole report. He lied to us about the report. Our Prime Minister, who leads the Tory party, that has received £2 million in donations from Russians linked to Putin over the last 2 years. And don't forget the 3.5 million that was also donated to our Tory government by Russians between 2010 and 2019. And that's only the money we know about. Which probably explains why the fuck Russian intelligence agents can come here and literally murder people with fucking nerve agents on British soil. Is that enough to make people fucking see Putin as a fucking terrible fucking person? Or are you still playing fucking devil's advocate? Are there still two fucking sides? You fucking idiot. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, then we have Belarus. Alexander Lukashenko fixed an election, got himself into power, Putin supported him. Then Alexander Lukashenko grounded planes, took him out of the fucking air, claimed terrorism, just so he could arrest a blogger, a journalist who he didn't fucking like. Putin, once again, supported him. And then you've got Alexander Lukashenko's assassination of Vitaly Shishov. And then you've got the attempted kidnap of Olympian Svetlana Tikhanovskaya. I've probably said that wrong Fuck off. From Tokyo during the Olympic Games last year. And again, Putin supported him. And these are just a few examples. There are absolutely more. Fucking loads more. And you fucking know it. And if you ask me, that list reads like a list of favours. Fixing elections, fixing referendums, donating money to political parties. Which is, in my opinion, part of the reason he's not been stopped. Because let's be honest, if Putin is that mad, which he fucking is, he should have been stopped a long time ago. But yeah, it looks like Putin wanted Ukraine. And he called in favours. The UK basically didn't fucking sanction him for ages. And Alexander Lukashenko allowed Putin to use Belarus as a point of entry to Ukraine. A point of invasion. Lukashenko paid a debt for Putin's support. And I wish it wasn't true, but it seems that so did our leaders. Putin gave people who were hungry for power and money a route to power and money. And now he's collecting his share. So where are we at now? You don't need me to tell you where we're at. And if I'm honest, there's no point in me talking about it in this video. Because the news at the time of me recording this is going to be vastly different to the news at the time that you watch this. People are dead. Hundreds of people are dead. Maybe even thousands. Russian troops are blatantly targeting civilians. They're driving over cars with tanks. They're cluster bombing hospitals. They're firing missiles at blocks of flats. This was never about whatever it was fucking Putin said. Fucking liberating people. It was never about that. This is not about whatever bullshit you've seen in Russian propaganda. Talking about Ukrainian neo-Nazis. How could it be? A, Ukrainian's president is of Jewish heritage. And B, if you want to talk about fucking neo-Nazis, Russia is flooded with neo-Nazis. Apparently around 100,000 of them. Putin really isn't going to another country to fight an issue of neo-Nazism when neo-Nazis are running rife in his own fucking back garden. Fucking grow up. Russians are protesting in the streets of Russia in over 50 fucking locations, risking their own freedom because they don't want this war. They never fucking did. Ukrainians, they don't want this war. Fuck war. It's fucking mad, innit? Like, what is it? It's like, I want that fucking land. Nah, it's my fucking land. Can't have it, it's mine. I'm gonna fight for it. What about all these people? I'll fucking fight them as well. They don't want to fight. Well, I'll fight them anyway. I'll fuck them up. And then bang, 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 all the people that didn't leave are fucking dead. And all the people that did leave are displaced. And you've just got this fucking dirt. And you're just like, yeah, I got the fucking dirt. It's fucking stupid. But anyway, the only people that are gonna suffer because of this war are the people on the streets. The working class. The upper class, they've gone. They've left. They're not sticking around for this. As like every single catastrophic event, it's the working class and the young people who are forced to deal with the consequences of what these fucking rich fucking leaders and these fucking rulers and fucking dictators and prime ministers and presidents and whatever feel fit to do to stroke their fucking ego. And I fucking hate it. But you know what? I'd be lying if I didn't say that this entire thing, from start to now, wasn't, in my opinion, a great exercise into educating us in regards to what in the Western world, the leaders and the media consider worthy of attention, so to speak. Because we all know about the ongoing situations in Yemen, Afghanistan, Syria, and other places around the globe. Just like how in most of the Western world, we are considered to be, or at least indoctrinated to believe that we are coming out of this pandemic. Whereas in other parts of the world, they are still very much in the middle of a situation they are finding it impossible to get a handle on. And here we are having selected news brought to us. And yeah, what can we do? Not a lot. We, as a nation, can't do a lot to change what is happening in other countries. Because if I'm honest, we do fuck all about what's happening here in this country, where it's just us and our loved ones being trampled on and being fucked over continuously. And I've seen a lot of posts saying, in light of the situation in Ukraine, we should all be grateful for what we have here in the UK. Kind of like saying we should forget about Boris Johnson and our Tory government and all that fucking bullshit that's happened since the Tories have been in power. The thing is, we are grateful in comparison to how things are in Russia and things are in Ukraine. Just like we're grateful in comparison to how it is in Ethiopia. Just like we're grateful to have gardens and trees as opposed to fucking Antarctica. That doesn't mean that we aren't allowed or shouldn't be allowed to speak about our leading government who are literally trying to kill us in the most passive-aggressive way possible by mishandling the pandemic, making cuts to our fucking national health service, upping our taxes, upping our fucking energy bills, and not upping our fucking wages, all at the same time as fucking stealing from us. Don't be fucking silly. Don't act like Russia has all of a sudden overnight became what it is today. Became a place where people can't fucking protest, can't even stand as an opposition to their fucking leadership. Do not act like that's new or fresh, because it's fucking not. The things in Russia, the way that Russia is an accumulation of fuckery over a period of time. So don't try and mug us off by saying we should be fucking grateful, because that's wrong and you fucking know it. The UK could easily go down the same path. And it is up to us, the citizens, to not only take our power back to prevent this from happening, but attempt to bring in a new era of peace, where we say no to all wars. Not just the ones that get presented to us by the fucking mainstream media, where we cut off supplies to hostile countries. Sorry, I mean hostile governments of other countries. Where we make war criminals face consequences, including the ones here in this country. Yeah, I know, sounds unlikely, but we should try. We have to try, because if we don't, what's the alternative? Our alternative as a nation is basically a slow and tedious demise, fueled by racism, theft, misogyny, sexism, corruption, and executed not only by our leading government, but by our entire political system. And yeah, again, I know I said we don't do anything, but we have to fucking try. Sign the fucking Blacks List. What is the Blacks List? It's kind of like a petition. If you are against our leading government who are fucking thieving bastards, then sign the list. And then at some point, we'll open up the conversation and we'll talk about what we can do in the lead up to the next election, whenever that fucking is. But yeah, links in the bio, sign the fucking list. Anyway, thanks to all these people that bought me a beer this week. If anyone wants to do the same, the links to my bio, it'd be much appreciated. Or alternatively, you could sign up to the Patreon and get the longer version of this video and access to a video podcast that we'll be releasing in March. It'll be great. So if you can, sign up. But anyway, that's enough from me. If you're a friend of mine, please share this video. If not, it's totally fine. Take care of yourselves and see you later. Still broken, yeah, I know.